Hola, Geek fans. We're back with The Walking Dead Season 6 mid-season review. We've gone through half the season. They did that mid-season finale thing that's now a kind of a thing now in TV, which is a little silly, kind of annoys me sometimes, but whatever, we'll get past that. It's not their fault. They just got to do what they got to do. Jacob, what did you think? What did you think of this Season 6 so far?
I really liked Season 6 so far. It had some problems at the beginning, but I feel like they got through that, and I loved the mid-season finale. I thought it was great, had a lot of action to it. So overall, I really liked it. We're going to get more in-depth into certain episodes later on, but what did you think about it?
Overall, I liked it. I thought it was good. I'm curious to hear your problems with the earlier part of the season, because my problems were in the middle of the season.
Okay.
The midway through is where I thought I had all my issues. The beginning and the end I thought were great.
Yeah.
But there's a few episodes in the middle I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Why do they do this? Why do they do this? Why did you do this to The Walking Dead? Why can't you keep consistency? That's my problem with The Walking Dead. It's so all over the place.
They have great episodes at one point, and then episodes that feel like they're Season 3 quality at some.
It's really bizarre, like the differences.
Yeah.
It's like the highs and lows are more extreme than other shows that I watch.
Yeah.
That's my problem. So we started off in Season 6 with Rick, and they had this crazy plan to get rid of all these walkers who are nearby to save Alexandria because they're a threat. Those walkers, if they get out of this, I don't even know where they are. They've gotten trapped somehow in this valley.
Yeah.
But they are about to get out of the valley, and it's going to be bad news when there's thousands of walkers. So they had this elaborate plan, and over the first few episodes, it actually is just one day, but it's from different perspectives.
Yeah.
And I thought that was brilliant, a brilliant device.
I really like that.
But at this point, I want to ask you, what were your issues with this early part?
It was mainly just episode 1. I thought that it was a little bit too jumbled. I thought, like, I still liked the episode, and we actually did a review of the first episode of Season 6, but I just felt that it didn't feel consistent, like you said. But I love Season 2. Well, that episode where you just see
episode 2.
Yeah. Where you just see the people come in and just like start killing the people, and
that was my favorite episode of the season. Was episode 2.
It was insane, and then I love seeing more Morgan in that episode. But then we get the Morgan episode, and that's where you thought it fell apart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So before I talk about Morgan specifically, I want to talk more about that first part. So I agree with you that episode 1 was confusing, a little like what's going on.
Yeah.
But to me, after I saw the next few episodes, I'm like, oh, okay. It was purposely set up that way. That was a conscious decision to where it's like, I'm not sure what's going on here. It was a conscious decision made to not make it as clear as possible. They did this cool thing with the flashbacks where they're in black and white. Yeah. So I actually, at first I agree, but as a whole, it made sense.
Yeah.
And that second episode, the only reason I like the second episode so much is The Walking Dead relies a lot of times on people making decisions that just don't really make any sense.
Yeah.
They just do something that's very bizarre.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
I don't even know why would you do that?
Yeah.
Right? It's out of character. In that episode, everyone acted in character,
Yes.
yet they still had credible threats.
Yeah.
All the threats made sense. It wasn't like artificial. I'm like, this is how I want The Walking Dead to be.
Yeah.
I want the walkers and the zombies to be a background element.
Yeah.
Right? Now, at this point, I don't want them to be a major element. There's the thing that annoys you sometimes. They come in, it's like, God damn it, here's the zombies again. But it's mainly a human battle.
Yeah.
And they use the zombies too much, in my opinion. But now we're going to get past that. So we're past those first few episodes with lots of action and excitement. And then they do the thing they always do, which I don't like in some sense, but I also understand. You can't just keep doing those crazy action episodes.
Yeah.
They cost a lot of money. They're difficult to film. And if you keep doing it, you eventually lose the impact.
Yeah.
So they do the slow episode.
Yeah.
I already complained. We ended an editorial about Morgan.
Yeah.
I really just dislike Morgan as a character. I really think he annoys me. And then they had a whole episode about him, and the episode was bizarre. I talked about this before. How they made things up that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They had the element where Morgan's teacher at the end makes some dumb move to get himself killed, and the only reason he makes the dumb move is to get himself killed.
Yes.
Right? To get himself killed for to me manufactured human drama.
Yeah.
That was my problem.
Yeah, I had some problems with that episode too, specifically that. But I loved everything when he was behind bars, and the guy was like teaching him trying to get him to be like an actual human being again. I liked all of that kind of drama, but then it went on, and the whole Aikido thing. It's not actually Aikido.
It's not actually Aikido. It's bizarre why they even call it. They could have just made up a name and said they used a real world martial art that's nothing like what they show. It's bizarre.
Yeah, but
and I actually was thinking about this, Jacob. I complained about this. But imagine if you're a person actually likes Aikido, practices Aikido, you're into Aikido, and you're like, oh yeah, they're gonna show you martial art on TV. This is cool. Oh, holy shit! That was a big fuck you to me. Yeah. Imagine that, right? If you're into something, you're really into it, and someone portrays it on screen and they misrepresent you. That's just a big fuck you. That's that to me.
Yeah. So then we get past season 3, or episode 3. Sorry, and then we get back into the whole thing where it's different stories being told, and I love how I actually hated how much we heard that horn, that goddamn annoying horn, but it made sense. It connected all the episodes, and I loved the Rick episode when he was in the I think that was actually episode 2 when at the end he's in the RV. And he sees the people coming up from behind, and he just shoots them through the RV.
We're going to talk about that again, which involves Morgan.
Okay.
We're going to bring it to the end where I'm going to talk about some things about this philosophy Morgan has. I'm going to compare it to something else.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then I also love the Daryl episode.
See, I didn't like the Daryl episode. It was part of that slowdown that I didn't like.
Yeah.
To me, it was all those the Morgan episode and that Daryl episode were towards the middle. I didn't like those too much.
It was a slower episode, but I liked seeing him on his own, trying to fight for survival. And then we got
I like seeing his sense of fair play.
Yes, yeah.
Because he gets something stolen, right? Something taken from him, and then he has to get it back. But he's not a bad guy. He doesn't want to hurt people, and he kind of understands these people don't really want to do that themselves.
Yeah.
But he's like, you did something wrong. You got to do something for it.
Yeah.
Give me something, right?
and I like seeing the relationship between Abraham and the girl. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I like seeing their relationship expand, and we got to get to the big part. Glenn's not dead.
Nope.
He's alive.
Oh my god! What a surprise!
Yeah, but I thought that it was cool how they did it. Like, you actually thought he was getting his guts ripped out. No, it was the other guy.
I didn't actually think that.
Yeah. I didn't actually think he was dead, but I thought that actually looked like him. I don't know. But
to me, I was like, they don't show a death on a show that shows death.
Yeah.
Same with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, there's some the characters that may have died in the last season. They don't actually really show it all the way through.
Yeah.
There's a problem there because they usually show it all the way through.
At the end of the last season of Game of Thrones, Brianna Tarth, she's like kills someone, but you don't see it.
You don't see it. So is he actually dead? Same thing with The Walking Dead. They show death. When people die, they show them die. They show them turning into walkers. If you don't see that, then you better be suspicious about what's happening. So they didn't show Glenn die.
Yeah. And then he just crawls under the dumpster and waits it out. But I still I'm glad that he's not dead because I like his character. And they haven't showed enough of him, I thought, in recent seasons. So I hope they show more of him. And he's probably going to die at the end of the season, actually die. Because they're leading up to it in the comics. We're going to get to that too later. But mid-season finale, I thought it was great. I liked it a lot. I liked how season 2, episode 2 was the humans. Now it's the walkers that they got to fight that have invaded the town. I think I know how it's going to pick up, and I really hope picks up this way because that was one of the best parts of the comic series. They have to cover themselves in the zombie guts again. Go across to
Which, by the way, I'm really happy they brought that back. Because one of the things I don't like about Walking Dead is they come up with solutions to problems.
Yeah.
And in the very first season, they had that solution, how to get around walkers. And they used it again a couple times in the first season.
Yeah.
Where they cover themselves with a dead walker body.
Yeah.
This happens. And then it's just forgotten about.
Yeah.
This method to get around walkers is never used again, even though it's so useful and convenient.
Yes.
Because it's too useful and convenient, right?
Yeah.
It gets you out of the situation too easily, in some sense.
And they also had it with Michonne when she had her pets. She had them as camouflage.
Why don't they do that?
Yeah, I know.
This is the problem. This is why I don't like the show. But I like the show. This is the problem I have with it. There's a lot of lazy writing, and I wish they would push the walkers to the side because they found solutions to the walkers. They know how to get around them. It's the humans that are the real threat, and the walkers are just there to cause havoc, basically, cause chaos, like they do in this situation. This situation is realistic. The wall breaks. They don't expect it to break. week, and here comes the walkers. They're here to cause chaos.
Yes. And we don't see her death, but I think she's actually dead. The leader of the town, she gets bit by a walker. So,
yeah, she's dead. They showed the bite, so.
Yeah. So she's dead, and I liked her character, even though towards the end she was losing it, but that she was basically just there so Rick could take over. So
yeah. None of the characters in Alexandria
are useful. Yeah.
They're useful. None of them I care about.
Yeah.
They could all die. When we have no effect on me at all. Yeah. She died. And they're trying to make it emotional, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right. They have the talk with Michonne. They have the other character trying to talk. I'm like, this is boring. Yeah. Can you show me some other stuff that I actually care about?
Yeah. And you know who I really, really hate in Alexandria? The kid, the little kid, the one that is Rick's lovers. Like,
yes, the youngest child. I actually hate his brother.
I hate both of them.
Well, yeah.
It's like, come on, just get over it. Here's a zombie apocalypse.
To me though,
it makes sense. Yeah.
Right, for the little kid it makes sense. For the older kid who's like 17, it's like, now you gotta get over it. Yeah. And now you're just fucking stupid because you're about to shoot. Yeah. It's just it's really dumb. To be the little kid, I can he doesn't understand yet.
Yeah.
But I don't like either of them. I agree.
Yeah, I also kind of wish they had killed Carl, but
I don't like Carl either. I think I'm like, I can't stand his haircut now too. Yeah. I can't stand how stylized all the people are. Yeah. It's like this is a zombie apocalypse, but they all have the latest fashion sense. I mean, all these little elements take me out of it.
At least it makes sense that they're clean because they have showers. At least
now they're in Alexandria. That's true. Like sometimes though, earlier on in the show, like wow, and the women are always cleaner than the men somehow.
Yeah.
But whatever, these are minor nitpicks.
Yeah, there's a lot of minor stuff in Walking Dead, but there wasn't a lot of major stuff for me so far in season 6. It's good. I really like it where it's going, and something I really want to talk about from the comics. I can tell you guys that it's a spoiler, but I can't tell Shane, so I'm going to lead it up to you if I say it or not. Do you want me to say it?
Just tell me, I don't even care.
Okay, so at the end of season finale, or mid-season finale, season 6, spoilers. We're going into the spoilers of the comics now, and possible spoilers for the show. So you can pause, skip ahead, whatever. But we see them going across the town to the infirmary, right? Or the armory, I'm not sure which one. And then
they're going to the armory.
Yeah, and you see the little kid go, Mom. I'm just shut the fuck up. And then
please.
In the comics, it's just her youngest child, and Rick and Carl going across. The little kid gets bitten. Mom doesn't want to let go. She's holding on to Carl too. So what does Rick do? He chops off her arm, and then the
wait, stop, rewind. Explain that again.
Okay, so
they're holding hands.
Yeah, Rick is in the front of the line. Behind him is Carl. Behind him is the mom, and behind her is her son.
Okay.
Her son gets bitten. Then she doesn't want to let go of her son. So then Rick chops off her arm because he's fucking ruthless.
Apparently.
This girl that he fell in love with, I'm just going to kill her right out because she's not going to let go of my son. But then the big part comes. In the comics, the leader of the town was the guy. They gender swapped it for the show.
Yep.
He's going insane after his wife died. He comes out, just starts shooting randomly at zombies, and then he dies. And then Rick turns around, he's like, alright Carl, we're almost there. Turns around, Carl has a fucking hole in his head, his eyeball is gone, he just has a hole right straight through his head, he's like, Carl! And then he grabs him, runs into the infirmary, he survives. But that was like the biggest like holy shit moment in the entire comic book series. I really hope they do that in the show. I really hope Carl dies actually though.
Actually, yeah, that's what I hope, because I can't stand Carl.
But what made it more of an impact in the comics was he was younger in the comic books. He wasn't as old as he is in the show.
Is he the same? I mean, I read that one comic book, the very first one for The Walking Dead. Is he the same kind of annoying character?
They really go into him more in the comics, so yes, but he has more character development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We've been talking too long on this, but I want to talk one more thing about Morgan specifically.
Yes.
And my problem with characters with these moral systems, like the way they think that they're very moral, in fictional universes.
Yeah.
Batman, I'm going to talk about Batman Superman. They have this philosophy about not killing, which sounds great, but the problem is in the universe they exist in, it's actually really terrible and immoral. I mean, Batman even acknowledges this at one point where he's like, if I had just killed the Joker, all these lives have been saved. Because in the real world, when you put someone in jail, usually they stay in jail.
Yeah.
In the comics, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So now Morgan has a strange philosophy about not killing people, but he doesn't live in the real world anymore. He lives in a strange zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
And they show the consequences of his actions right there, where they demonstrate them. He tries to use his stupid ass philosophy. He's tying this guy up, wasting time while other people are dying when he could be helping them out.
And then at the end, the guy gets free, and he has a girl hostage now.
Right. And Rick almost dies.
Yes.
Right. I mean, over and over again, they show the consequences of Morgan's philosophy as being just terrible and wrong, and it just causes harm.
Yes.
And they try to make it sound good, but it doesn't work because you're talking about this world, not our world.
Yeah.
Same way with the comic books, when they have these certain philosophies that sound good, like, yeah, we don't want to hurt people, but you're living in this weird, different world where your rules are different.
Yeah.
So it annoys me when they kind of shove this in. But I think they show on Walking Dead, like, he's stupid. Like, I think people can see that. This is not a very good idea.
Yeah, I think he's either going to die believing in his philosophy, or he's going to live and change his philosophy.
Yes.
It's either going to be one of those two, because it has to be. So
Yes.
I like Morgan a little bit. I don't like him as much as I did when I saw him coming back. I was really excited. I'm like, cool, it's a guy from season 1 again. And then they show him now being kind of this annoying character.
It's annoying. He's
He's
annoying.
killing people, trying to save people.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's it. Jacob, what are you gonna give it for a score?
Halfway through, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10.
Oh man, this is really tough to score The Walking Dead.
I kind of want to give it a letter grade, like a B+ is what I would give it. I think.
A letter grade. Let me give it a letter grade. All right, let's do a letter grade. I'm gonna give you a B-.
All right, yeah.
We're mixing it up just because what the hell? We use all kinds of rating systems.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a B-. What would you just give it?
B+.
B+. You're always so generous, Jacob. Such a kind man,
Well,
Jacob is.
It's a good show, but it's not A material.
It's entertaining. I wish the writing was a little tighter. I wish these nagging issues would go away.
Yeah.
But I've accepted that's how it's going to be. It's the way it's going to be. Oh well. Either way, it was still good. We look forward to the second half of the season. Please stay tuned to Geeks of the Movies for all the great geek content. We'll talk more about this. My name is Shane Gerwich. This is Jacob Details, and we'll talk to you later.